Hello, today we're going to look at the update to VoiceThread LTI and the changes that it's made within Blackboard. So in the past with VoiceThread, to build, to add a VoiceThread, you would need to go under mashups here and you would see it listed. However, now it's over here on the left-hand side of the build content menu. So we're going to just go ahead and click VoiceThread. And the steps are going to change a little bit from in the past. So it automatically brings us right into the LTI link. So we're going to go and click launch on that. And it's going to take us right into the process of creating the voice thread. Within this screen, we'll have 4 different options that we can do. We can add a course view, so a link directly to the course within VoiceThread. We can link an individual VoiceThread without a grade associated with it. So just a link to a lecture or something like that that you'd like students to watch. We can link directly to the VoiceThread homepage that they can also get to through MyUSI. Or we can do assignment builder. And this is where we'll create those assignments that are graded. So that's what I'm going to do today is use assignment builder. The steps are generally going to be the same for all types of assignments, with a few exceptions for what you need students to do. But we have 3 different assignment types, which have not changed since our last update. There's the create option where students can create a voice thread to turn into you. It might be a presentation or something along those lines that you might have students do. Comment voice threads, which are kind of like discussions, or you want students to comment on different things or different slides and things like that in a voice thread. And then the watch voice thread allows you to make sure a student watches a voice thread all the way through. So we're going to use the comment voice thread. So I'm going to select that one. And then down at the bottom, the continue button turns gold. So I'm going to click it. And we're going to continue on to set up this voice thread. So when we do that, if we have voice threads already created, you'll see them populated below. You can also have the option to create a new voice thread in the upper right-hand corner. But I'm going to go and use one that I've already created, just discussion sample assignment. So I'm going to click on it. And once you click on it, it will give you the option to choose the comments or how you want the comments to come over. So you can either choose all comments, only my comments, or no comments. Again, that can be useful if you're going to reuse a voice thread for a future class and things like that. You could keep just your comments on there so that it doesn't get rid of your comments, but it gets rid of any student comments that are there. So again, that's selected. So I'm going to click continue. It's going to then give me the option of being able to add to this voice thread. So I could add media to it if I'd like to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep it as it is. So I'm going to hit continue. And it allows me to preview the voice thread. Again, I don't have any comments on this. It's just a slide right now. So I'm going to go and click on continue because it's what I need. I could go back and edit it again if I needed to. And then for commenting, remember that the number of comments required are the original comments plus replies. So I'm going to change this number to 3 because I want students to make 1 comment and 2 replies. You can then select the type of comments that will be allowed. So there's 5 different types here that you can choose from. Then as well as the other settings here, again, you can go through all of those. You can make your choices there. We do go through those a little bit more detail in another video if you'd like to look at that. But I'm going to go and click on continue. And we've got a few things that we can do to the assignment here. I'm going to give it a name. So I'm just going to call this test assignment 1. And I'm going to also give it some instructions. Again, the students will be able to see these instructions. So I'm going to have them go ahead and create a comment and leave 2 replies. So again, you can change that to whatever you'd like to do. You can add an example URL. So if you have a URL that you reference or that gives an example of what you want students to do, you could put that in here and then they'd be able to access that. You can have a message to, for after they submit. You can add your start date, your due date. The due date should move over into Blackboard as well. And again, you've got allow students to resubmit, allow students to view the assignment after submitting. Again, those are other options that you can choose from. And then we have our grading options down here. We have percentage. So that means that when you grade the assignment, you're going to grade based upon a percent. By default, this will make the assignment 100 points in Blackboard as well. So, and I'll show you how to change that in just a moment after we create the assignment. The complete incomplete will allow you to grade it whether they did it or not. And by default, that's worth 1 point in Blackboard. So I'm going to go and keep it as percentage, and I'm going to click publish. So it's processing, it's working. So there's my assignment. It's all ready to go. But I want to go ahead and change my points and add a little bit of a text description. So I'm going to click the drop down arrow here and click edit. And right here at the very top for evaluation, I can choose the number of points. So I'm going to make it worth 50 points instead of 100. I do want to make sure it's visible to students. Again, if I'd added a due date in Blackboard, in VoiceThread, it would show up here in Blackboard. I can also, of course, add it here in Blackboard. I'm going to go ahead and add a description. So I'm going to have them make 1 comment and 2 replies. You may want to give a little more detail to the assignment, things like that. This is just an example. You can also add rubrics, other attachments that you may need to add to this assignment as well. By default, it does go to no on here, but we do need to change that to yes, so it opens in a new window. It will pop open a window otherwise, telling us that that it needs to change to open it in a new window. And again, we've got our permanent user or our general standard options here in Blackboard again that you can change as needed. So I'm going to go and click on submit. And now the VoiceThread's all set up. I can click on the link. Again, we'll click launch. Notice that it opened in a new tab. And there we go. So this is the VoiceThread in the grade mode. So we have 1 student who hasn't attempted it. Well, because I just created it. And then again, you can see the grade ungraded. You can check out the assignment as needed. So that's about it for the update on the VoiceThread LTI. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact online.support@usi.edu, and we'd be more than happy to help you. Have a good day.